In this series of videos, I've been talking to industry execs about the impact of the pandemic, obviously. Today, I'm particularly pleased to be joined by Jim O'Grady from HPE. Jim can give us some insights into the massive economic stimulus, I suppose, or program that HPE was able to introduce. So let's start off just by talking about your life in the pandemic before we talk about the program specifically. I know you're actually in the office, and I think you're responsible for an essential business as much as anything else. So how much has life changed as a result of the world we're in?
Oh, I think life has changed tremendously. First, just managing ourselves through this crisis has been just an incredible experience because it's been allow us to get a lot closer to our customers and helping them solve some of their liquidity and cash issues. But the other aspect is keeping an essential business running. So I'm sitting in Andover, Massachusetts, which is part of one of our owned and operating technology renewal centers, which configures and remarkets to our end clients certified HPE pre-owned product. And keeping that operations alive and well and running through this crisis has been quite a learning experience.
I said we're going to talk about this program, $2 billion worth. At least that I believe is what's been earmarked. So, what are the headlines of the program?
Well, the headlines is we have several broad offerings that we can help our clients with, especially the ones that are find themselves in cash constraint or liquidity issues. One is simply to help them to defer or reduce their expenses. The first offering, we can help clients defer payments of new technology purchases till 2021. We can help them by paying basically 1% of their contract and deferring the rest of it till 2021, where they begin to pay full payments plus interest rates. A second one is just matching payments to production. So a lot of our clients are deploying new technology, but they're very cash flow concerned and they're waiting for this new technology to bring on new revenue inflow into their companies. So we're trying to help them match expenditures and cash inflow. So this really helps a customer deploy new technology, stand it up, get it productive, start generating revenue, and then we can help match a payment plan to put those two together to make it a lot more effective for them. Another one is just generating cash from existing assets. Customers, when they're moving from one platform to another, they generate end-of-use assets. Those assets can have a lot of value. That value can be applied to the new technology transformation. So we can buy those assets back for those clients and help them redirect those proceeds from those assets in a very creative way. And lastly, we have a short-term rental program. So for clients that are looking for workplace assets, we can help them with a 1-year short-term rental program.
You start talking about contractual items and financial flexibility. And, I mean, every man and his dog from the legal department and the operations department, notwithstanding finance, has something to say. How on earth did you get this done so quickly?
We sort of leverage the prior programs that we have with helping clients with onboarding cloud technology. So we were able to leverage all of the talented people in the organization, but really was having a little bit of insight and foresight that this is going to happen. It's going to happen quickly, anticipating our customers' cash flow concerns. I think we just got ahead of the curve a little bit faster than our competition.
The world is already beginning, and hopefully it is right to talk about reopening. What happens with a program like this? When does it stop? Is there a known end to this?
We don't have a hard end date yet. So I think we're going to wait and see, and then we'll adjust as we go. So I think we're taking it on a week-to-week basis
No,
to
okay.
figure that out.
Yeah, I mean, that seems to make sense right now. I'd like to close with something that you mentioned straight off the bat, which is helping customers, both in terms of helping them and helping yourselves to help them. Are there lessons learned in doing all this that you think will carry forward? I mean, we talked about added flexibility from the way we're all having to work. Do we lose that because we just go back to being slothful human beings again?
Yeah, I think the lesson here is that customers really need our help, especially when they find themselves in a cash or liquidity issue and limited financial capacity. So we've really been paying attention to get as close as we can to our customers every single day. We're quite convinced they're going to remember us as we come out of this crisis, and we'll just have a better overall relationship. Now they understand we're just more than a financial company, that we have other asset management based offerings like our certified used equipment or our asset upcycling services where we can buy back assets and get creative how we structure all of that together. I think they realize that we can help them keep their short term IT investments going a lot more optimally and increasing their capacity with it.
Well, thank you very much, Jim. It's interesting. Most of these conversations have been with people from, understandably from the marketing and sales perspective. It's nice to talk to someone from a different perspective, but doubly nice to hear that many of the, not the issues, but the upsides are also consistent, and that there is seen to be an intimacy and a closeness to customers that can be generated by this. Hopefully, we're all going to keep for the long term.
Yeah, it's been great. Thanks, Mark.